Night falls in Hawkins, Indiana, 1983. The small town is cloaked in darkness, with only the occasional streetlight piercing through the night. The air, crisp and cool, carries the scent of fallen leaves and the promise of winter. Leaves rustling in the wind create a symphony of whispers, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Four friends, Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Will, gather around a table, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of a lamp. Dice roll. Laughter echoes through the room, a brief respite from the encroaching darkness outside. Dungeons and Dragons, their escape from reality. The game ends late, and it's time to head home. Will races home on his bike, the streetlights casting long shadows. He pedals faster, feeling the chill of the night air. A strange feeling washes over him, a sense of being watched. He glances over his shoulder. Something isn't right. The shadows seem to move. Reaching his house, he stumbles inside, heart racing. Calling for his mom, he hears only silence. The house feels empty, abandoned. Panic rises in his chest, his breath's coming in short gasps. He spins around, heart pounding, every shadow a potential threat. A menacing presence looms in the shadows. Fear grips him, paralyzing him for a moment. He runs for the shed, fumbling for the phone. The door creaks open, revealing darkness inside. He's trapped, gone. The shed stands empty, a silent witness to his disappearance. Will Byers vanishes without a trace, leaving behind only questions and fear. Only his bike lies abandoned, a silent testament to the horror that unfolded. The night swallows the town once more. News spreads like wildfire. Whispers of Will's disappearance echo through the streets. His mother Joyce, frantic and distraught, searches desperately. Friends and neighbors join the hunt. Hope dwindles with each passing hour. Mike, Dustin, and Lucas, haunted by the memory of their friend's fear, refuse to believe he's gone. They embark on their own search. Armed with flashlights and walkie-talkies, they scour the woods, calling Will's name into the darkness. The police are called in. The community, once peaceful and quiet, is now gripped by fear and uncertainty. Will's disappearance hangs over Hawkins like a shroud. Police Chief Jim Hopper, a man hardened by personal tragedy, arrives at the Byers' home. He listens to Joyce's frantic account, her words tumbling out in a torrent of grief and fear. He sees the raw pain in her eyes, a pain he knows all too well. Hopper, despite his gruff exterior, is haunted by the disappearance of his own daughter years earlier. Will's case stirs up painful memories, but it also ignites a spark of determination. He vows to find the missing boy, even if it's the last thing he does. The investigation begins. Hopper questions friends, family, and neighbors. He scours the woods, searching for any sign of Will. But the boy has vanished without a trace, leaving behind more questions than answers. Dungeons and Dragons and a mysterious girl 11 emerges. Lost in the woods, their search for Will yielding no answers, Mike, Dustin, and Lucas stumble upon something unexpected. The night is dark and the forest is dense, making their quest even more daunting. In the pouring rain, they find a girl, soaked, scared, and alone. She appears out of nowhere like a ghostly apparition in the storm. She bears a strange tattoo on her wrist, 011. 11 they call her. 11 doesn't speak much. Her silence is as mysterious as her sudden appearance. Her eyes hold a depth of knowledge that belies her age. She seems different, special. There's something in her gaze that suggests she knows more than she lets on. They soon realize she possesses unusual abilities, powers that defy explanation. Telekinesis, the ability to move objects with her mind, is just one of her many gifts. Could she be the key to finding Will? The boys are filled with a renewed sense of hope and determination. They take her back to Mike's basement, their haven, a place of imagination and adventure. It's a sanctuary where they feel safe and can plan their next move. As they share their game, Dungeons and Dragons, with 11, they begin to unravel a connection between Will's disappearance and a dark, sinister force lurking beneath the surface of their town. The game becomes more than just a pastime. It becomes a map to understanding the mysteries that surround them. Shadows and whispers, strange things afoot in Hawkins. The days that follow Will's disappearance are plagued by strange occurrences. Lights flicker, casting eerie shadows that dance on the walls, creating an unsettling atmosphere. Phones ring with eerie silence on the other end, as if someone or something is trying to reach out from the other side. Animals behave erratically, sensing a disturbance that humans cannot perceive. A sense of unease settles over Hawkins, a feeling that something is terribly wrong. The once lively town now feels like a ghost town, with empty streets and anxious faces. Joyce, driven to the brink by grief, becomes convinced that Will is trying to communicate with her. She clings to the hope that her son is still out there, somewhere. She notices strange things happening in her house, things that defy logic and reason. Objects move on their own, and shadows seem to have a life of their own. The lights flicker in response to her questions as if they are trying to communicate with her. Each flicker brings a mix of hope and dread. The wallpaper peels back to reveal a strange, fleshy substance, something that seems out of this world. It's a chilling discovery that adds to the growing mystery. Meanwhile, Hopper's investigation leads him to the Hawkins National Laboratory, a secretive government facility shrouded in mystery. He senses that the answers lie within its guarded walls. He suspects they know more about Will's disappearance than they are letting on. His determination grows as he digs deeper into the lab's secrets. His suspicions deepen when he uncovers evidence of strange experiments and a cover-up. The truth, it seems, is far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. A mother's intuition, Joyce's unwavering belief. Despite the skepticism of the police and the growing fear in the community, Joyce refuses to give up hope. She clings to the belief that Will is alive and trying to reach out to her. She transforms her home into a beacon of hope, stringing Christmas lights and painting the alphabet on the wall, desperate for a sign. Her determination borders on obsession. She pushes everyone away, convinced that they don't understand the depths of her bond with her son. She becomes fixated on the strange occurrences in her house, believing they are messages from Will. Her behavior, though erratic, stems from a mother's unwavering love. She feels Will's presence, faint but undeniable. She will not rest until she brings him home. The mystery deepens. Questions linger in the night. As the episode draws to a close, the mystery of Will Byers' disappearance deepens. The pieces of the puzzle are scattered, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, desperate for answers. Eleven's powers hint at a world beyond our understanding, a world where the lines between reality and nightmare blur. Joyce's unwavering belief in her son's survival offers a glimmer of hope in the face of overwhelming darkness. But questions linger. Where is Will? What is the significance of Eleven's powers? What secrets does the Hawkins National Laboratory hold? And what is the true nature of the evil that has descended upon Hawkins?